The Russian Revolution of 1917 stands as an epic and transformative moment in world history, marking a dramatic shift in Russia's governance and setting off a chain of global consequences. This violent upheaval not only reshaped Russia's political landscape, but ignited a worldwide ripple effect. The aftermath of the revolution would lead to a proliferation of communism, sparking an array of revolutions and conflicts across various continents. In the revolution's wake, global tensions would escalate, culminating in the onset of the Cold War and fueling a perilous nuclear arms race among the world's superpowers. Eventually, this arms race would dangerously intensify global anxiety and tension, bringing the world terrifyingly close to catastrophic conflict and complete destruction. What was the Russian Revolution? The Russian Revolution was not one, but two revolutions. The first revolt occurred in February of 1917. This revolution overthrew the last emperor of Russia, Tsar Nicholas II. Before this revolution, Russia was ruled by the Romanov dynasty, a line of monarchs that had been in power since 1613. The Tsars ruled as absolute monarchs, wielding supreme authority over the state and its people, controlling the majority of the wealth in the land in Russia. The first revolution was unplanned and not sparked by a single individual or organized group. It began as a series of strikes and protests in Petrograd, and then quickly spread as more people joined. What caused the rebellion? The uprising occurred due to widespread anger and dissatisfaction with the monarchy. The Russian people were upset and angry over a number of factors, such as the Tsar's oppressive rule, massive food shortages, poor living and working conditions, and military failures, particularly during World War I. The February Revolution ended when soldiers who were ordered to suppress the uprising instead joined the protesters. This mutiny was a crucial blow to the Tsar's authority. Desperate, in an effort to save himself, Nicholas II abdicated the throne, and then him and his family were placed under house arrest, and a provisional government took control of Russia. The Second Russian Revolution of 1917, also commonly known as the October Revolution, emerged shortly after the first. This revolution was planned by the Bolshevik Party, which was headed and founded by Vladimir Lenin. The Bolshevik Party embraced Marxist ideas and thought to change Russian society through a proletarian revolution. Lenin and the party wanted to establish a communist state in which there would be no private ownership of land or businesses, and everything would be owned by the community. Why did the Bolsheviks start the Second Revolution? Lenin and his party were unhappy with the new provisional government because it embraced liberal democracy and capitalism. They also believed the new government was failing to address Russia's pressing issues, including the continuation of World War I, land reforms, and workers' rights. Hence, Lenin, with the help of Trotsky, secretly organized factory workers, peasants, soldiers, and sailors into the Red Guard, a volunteer paramilitary force. And then the Red Guard quickly struck, and in less than 2 days captured provisional government buildings in a bloodless coup and seized power of Russia. Though the Bolsheviks seized power, their action led to a brutal civil war in Russia that took millions of lives and lasted 3 years. Various groups such as the monarchists and the militarists disapproved of the Bolsheviks and banded together, creating an anti-Bolshevik group also referred to as the Whites. Tragically, at the outbreak of the war, the Bolsheviks decided to execute the imprisoned Tsar Nicholas II, his wife, and their 5 children. This was done to prevent them from being used as symbols for their enemy and to prevent any future uprising. Eventually, after years of fighting and the devastation of the civilian population, the Bolsheviks emerged victorious. Their victory in the Civil War led to the establishment of the Soviet Union in 1922, marking the beginning of communist rule in Russia. Though the Bolsheviks got their communist nation, it came at an enormous cost. Due to the sheer brutality of the war, it is estimated about 700,000 soldiers died during the conflict, and a staggering 8 million civilians perished. But that wouldn't be the end of the killing. When Joseph Stalin emerged as the leader of Russia, mass killing would become a way of doing business, and millions more people would die.